morning. I am like so tired, but yet I slept so well. I know that sounds like really strange, but I was so happy to sleep in our own bed last night. Today is the 7th, right? Today's the 7th of February, and it was our first night back home. We were only gone for 3 days, but it was such a good visit. It was so nice seeing Brad's mom and dad. Haven't seen my mother and father-in-law in a while, so it was really good to see them. But we love visiting them, don't get me wrong. I don't want this to come across as like being ungrateful or anything like that. It's just the guest room that we stay in is only a double bed, and with us having a king size bed, going from a king down to a double is just really obviously a big difference. And with my pain and my back, like with my back pain and my cramps and things like that, it just makes tossing and turning a little bit more difficult. And yeah, it's not the end of the world. It just was a little challenging. But this morning, it's super early. I've actually been up since probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock. That sounds like I need to descale the coffee maker. But anyways, I've been up since like 4:30, 5 o'clock because I woke up just in pain, which is typical. And I just laid in bed for a little bit. Brad had to go to work early. He had to be there at 7. It's 7:36 now. And I'm just finally getting out of bed and making coffee, obviously. And it definitely needs to scale, so I need to like put that on my to-do list. The next couple days I have quite a few things on the agenda, at least for me, compared to like a typical week. But it's crazy to think like this time next week I will be at home, hopefully recovering from surgery, and hopefully everything went well. Trying to sort of gather my thoughts and a list of things, a list of to-dos that I need to get done before families comes, the mom and dad comes. And yeah, nothing like too major or anything like that. It's just things that I'm gonna have to have Brad help me with, things that I can do spaced out over time, you know, kind of thing, over the next 5 days, right? Let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, 5 days till they come, which is crazy. It's just so funny how when you're like in the midst of trying to plan something like really big and like, or maybe not like plan, but just try to figure things out, which I guess is still planning. Sorry, I'm not awake yet. But knowing that like what I found out at the end of December when I had my first, well, our first, but it was only me going to the appointment. When I had my first IVF appointment that we've had in years, learning about the possible fallopian tubes being an issue of our miscarriages, like just everything, and knowing that like he agreed with having another laparoscopy done to see what's going on, and then finding out that I had fibroids, polyps, and then a cyst, which obviously is not abnormal for me because I've had a history of cysts. But it's crazy how like it seems so far away. Well, it did, because he couldn't get me into the end of March, and then me trying to search for another possible surgeon through my OBGYN because she didn't feel comfortable doing it, even though I respected her choice with that, just because I'd rather have one surgery versus 2, you know? I mean, who wouldn't? So it's just crazy how everything has like come to be, and how like it's February and February 13th is next Monday, and I'm gonna be having my surgery. Like, I'm very anxious about the whole thing, but at the same time, I'm very grateful and thankful that I'm having it sooner than later because of everything that's been going on. I'm just overwhelmed by everything, and I think that's to be expected. I think this weekend was wonderful, and don't get me wrong, I'm not being pessimistic, or I'm not appreciating the time that we had spent with his parents and the time spent with Brad, because to be quite honest, like, Brad's been working a lot, and I haven't been able to spend a lot of like quality time with him because of not feeling well, and just him working a lot. So like, it's just been, you know, it was nice this weekend, it was nice, but it definitely elevated my pain, both with my back and with the cramping, because it was a very fast weekend. You know, we traveled Friday, spent 3 nights there, and traveled home early yesterday morning. So like, it was a lot, but I wouldn't change it. I know that seeing Brad's parents meant the world to him, like, because they haven't seen us. We haven't seen them since they helped us move, which was obviously a while ago. And so it's been a long time coming for them to come visit. His parents couldn't make the trip down because his mom had surgery last year in January. So like, just the drive wasn't good for her. So it's just been a combination of things as to why we couldn't see them sooner. But it was good to see them. It was really good to see them. It looks like it's gonna be another gorgeous day. It was really pretty yesterday when we came home. It was like in the low 70s and just sunny. It was gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. We did a load of wash last night, so I have that to fold, to put away. Brad brought it in from the laundry room. And then this is like our mess of stuff that needs to get put away. It's a pile of things that are clean, and then just my jacket. Yeah. I have this to open up from Amazon today. It's actually something that I bought for after surgery. Let me get some scissors and then I can show you what I bought. So this is what I bought. I used to have one of these, I think, years ago, or at least a tray, or maybe I'm thinking my parents had one, I don't know. But let me open the box itself, because I didn't realize it was going to be packed. But hey, that means it was packed well for shipping. So let me open this up and see if I like it. Brought you guys into the kitchen while I finished opening up the plastic part. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on this because it's not something that I don't think I would use too frequently. So I found it on Amazon, and it was a pretty good star review. I think it was like almost 4.7 or 4.8 or something. But it's this cute little tray, legs, so that you can set it up for while you're in bed or on the couch or something, and then you can put your food on it. So it has a lot of space. Let me just show you. So you can see, like, that's a plate, and there's still quite a bit of room towards the front and on the side. So this would come in handy for after the surgery, especially like the first couple days when I'm not feeling 100% to fully sit at the table or to sit at the counter to eat. And it was like 16 bucks or something. I was trying to think like back to when I had my last laparoscopy surgery, and this was one of the things that I thought would have been helpful, because my grandma, I remember, had come to help stay at the house to take care of me for like the first 2 nights. And I remember her like asking like, oh, do you have one of like the breakfast, you know, tray table thingies? And I was like, no, I don't have that. So I thought that would come in handy this time around. So watch me not really need it, but whatever. It was like $16, $17. Something nice to have on hand for anything in the future that comes up, you know, kind of thing. So anyways, I got that. I'm gonna just sit down here and drink my coffee, figure out what I want for breakfast, and fold the wash, then put the stuff away from our trip, and then start making my to-do list for the rest of the 5 days before my parents come. So I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. Hello. It's a little bit later in the day. I'm showered. I washed my hair, started to put on makeup, and was going to curl my hair because I was in the mood to film a sit-down video today for one of the things that I had planned for while I'm recovering, because I don't know how long I will be out of commission kind of thing. But I just had to take a Benadryl because my regular everyday allergy medication was not helping. I have been suffering for a while now, and this is one of the things I keep putting off, and I need to figure it out because I don't know what's going on. But I just randomly get hives, and I've tried to sort of track it a little bit when it happens to see if I ate anything previous to getting the hives, like in a short term, you know, time frame kind of thing. And so far I can't pinpoint why the hives are happening. So I really need to get a referral from my family doctor and go get allergy tested because something's going on in my body. And I really need to figure this out before we do transfer, or if we get to that point to do transfer for IVF, because your immune system could be causing inflammation during transfer, and if I have stuff going on that's like causing these hives, like it could cause issues with transfer. So I really need to make that a priority. So I am going to send the doctor a message through our app or whatever and see if I can get a referral for an allergist. So hopefully that won't take too long to get into, but I know it's a specialist and sometimes those places are harder to get into as far as appointments go. But anyways, I may not have the energy in a little bit here to do that video, so I may have to like put it off to another day, and it's fine. What I have been working on is I'm in the back bedroom, and I started to put some stuff back here for surgery, and so I'm just trying to go through everything that I have back here, stuff that I bought the other week. I know that I probably won't need this bag for staying in the hospital because 99% of the time, well I shouldn't say 90% of the time, most of the time, people having this procedure, those two surgeries, the hysteroscopy and the laparoscopy, most of the times it's outpatient here in the US, so I probably won't need the bag, but there are a few things that I might want to have in the hospital, so I'm just trying to get everything organized. I'm one of those people who like to be prepared. I like to be prepared for those what if scenarios, especially when it comes to my experience with hospitals. I just have had not so good experiences with hospitals, and like that's a whole other vlog in itself that I could talk forever about. But the other reason why I'm doing it is because I want to make sure I have everything close by for like post-op as well. So even though like my mom's gonna be here, my dad's gonna be here, Brad will be here, but he's gonna have to go back to work the day after surgery. So I just want to make it easier on like my parents for having, you know, access to things that like I may need while they're helping me. So I just want a bunch of stuff like in my room, ready to go, ready to grab. So a lot of the stuff that I'll take with in this bag, like I said, I won't be needing, but I can have this right by like my bed then once I'm home recovering, and my mom can take out the stuff, and I'm gonna have like a little basket or some sort of system with stuff there on the nightstand, just so I have easy access to it. So that's why I'm just trying to get prepared for anything that I might need post-recovery. And I know this is gonna sound strange too, but like ever since I got this, which I showed you guys earlier, I'm going through to see if I have like any coloring books, that kind of stuff, and I found some color pencils and some crayons. So I'm gonna like make a little basket of stuff that I can use the tray thing for once I'm feeling up to it and starting to get some more energy. I also have my diamond dots thing that I've been working on forever. What, since like we were in Tennessee? Oh, I just haven't finished it. There's just been so much going on. So anyways, I am going to continue working on this, and then I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. I should have got the camera out earlier because the sunset tonight was pretty amazing. Still pretty out, but it was even more spectacular earlier. That's okay.